Hey tribe, welcome back to my channel. So we're doing another 7 to 10 day prediction. I do not have any objects on top. I want you guys, as usual, to tune in to your intuition, your gut, meditate, stop the video if you need some more time. I'll catch you in timestamps. Hey pile number one, so let's see what we have for you guys here. I hope your week has been good and everyone is as relaxed, as peaceful as possible. You may notice that my voice sounds a little bit meh, but it's just because I have done a lot today and it's becoming a little bit late. So I've noticed that my throat chakra tells me straight away and can tell you too how much I've done or if I'm tired. I love when you guys notice that straight away and you're like, hey, there's something's going on. Like, yep, probably haven't slept or tired or it's already evening time, pretty late. So I'm gonna read this message for you guys in a moment. This is gonna be a message for you for that week. I'm gonna be using the Triple Goddess Tarot and we'll see what's gonna come up for you. So first card we have the 8 of Swords as well as the 5 of Cups, and I feel like it's reversed. It should be left this way. We do have I believe this is the Knight of Swords. I usually read this deck intuitively together, kind of mix, you know, the meanings with imagery. I want to pull one from the bottom. We have the Fool. We have the Devil reverse. Okay, look how it sits. Okay, I like that for you though. And the 7 of Cups. Bottom of the deck, what do we have? 4 of Wands. This is actually good. It seems like some of you guys are coming out of a cycle here. And whatever this is, it was emotionally either draining or yeah, I keep hearing exhaustion. I don't know what's been exhausting you guys, but it does seem like the next week it's coming to an end. And I believe that this is very connected. So see, your thoughts with 8 of Swords. Something or someone was keeping you stuck, you know? And sometimes with 8 of Swords, it's usually you keeping yourself stuck in the same cycle, creating maybe scenarios that are not necessarily true, but intuitively what I'm feeling here, there's some kind of external influence here. With the 5 of Cups and the Devil here, it seems like you walked away. For a lot of you already walked away from something. Look at this card over here. This woman, she seems like she's been in such a rush that she left after herself. She lost things, material. She didn't care. She's like, I'm out of here. I don't know what it is that you are out of, pile number one, but it does sound like you are opening yourself by leaving something or someone. You are opening yourself for new opportunities here. And for a lot of you, if you're still going through this, journal. Journaling is a part of you here. Journaling is gonna be also important for you in the future. I don't know why. Maybe you're gonna figure out how everything is connected, or maybe you're going to want to write about this story of yours, you know, or you'll need to know certain dates and stuff. Journal, pile number one. Now, what I'd say for the next week, it seems like there is some kind of celebration coming up. So that's your birthday. Happy birthday if someone else is happy birthday for them too. But it doesn't only have to be birthday. It seems like there is a nice time together, even if it's going to be via Zoom or Skype. There is some kind of hearing reuniting for some of you. Now, it does seem like you have been fearful about something for some time now, and this is coming to an end. Guys, I don't know, this seems like a story of someone who has been battling with a situation for a while, and they're about to break loose. I keep hearing breaking loose, setting yourself free from some kind of restraints, and you're not sorry you're not sorry for yourself anymore. I think you used to be sorry before, and you maybe were in this mindset of, oh, you know, I'm in such a shit situation, or why this, why that, and you almost like you claim your power back. You're like, listen, I create everything, let me take my power back. So next week, that power moment will feel very present to you, and you will decide to step out of your comfort zone, and you're gonna make a decision, or you just made a decision that's almost like life-changing for you here. We have very opposing energies, you know. What used to be before, what I knew of before, no more, I'm hearing, and therefore you're opening yourself to new possibilities. And I just had a deja vu, I think, in one of the readings, maybe weeks ago, I did have a similar read, and I believe the Seven of Cups from the same deck sat in the similar position. So if you're the same pile, guys, this is interesting. But it seems like you are deciding what it is that you want for yourself. This is very much self-related for you guys. It's all about self. What it is that maybe you have journaled about before, or a wish that you written about in your book, in your diary, notepad. I'm seeing some of you sitting at a desk and writing something down, you know, from time to time, even at your workplace. It's saying you finally, this came true, it's starting. It's almost like I'm hearing an engine, you know, a very old engine that just started working, and it needs time until it's 100%. So maybe you needed to have a lot of patience. You were aware of what it is that might be holding you back, of what it is that might be a bit like a blockage for you, and you are like, listen, I acknowledge that, but maybe at one point you felt like it's not the time yet. I feel like the time will be soon, but intuitively I don't feel like it's time yet for me to take some kind of action or to break free. And you are breaking free here the next week. I don't know, would it be a belief system of some sorts, or a person, or a job, or I don't know, there can be many situations, honestly. But it seems like once you do, that's when you almost like recognize how many opportunities and possibilities were there for you. And maybe when you are stuck in your own head, you only thought about certain things. You know, I don't see opportunities. But once you start moving somehow, right, changing things around, and you're like, listen, I don't even know where to start. There are more options for me out there than I thought of. Let's read the message for a week. It says, gliding through currents. Can you see it? Yeah. With a different approach, you will glide through a situation with grace and ease. Going inward and bringing your understanding, perspective, or behavior into flow will help your dreams take flight. Yeah, and I feel like that's what's happening. It's very nicely summing up everything that I've been feeling for you guys here. Shall we use some other decks? I feel like there is something else there for you that I want to talk about. And let me see. I feel like there is a message from your guide, pile number 1. So let's take Tarot of Angels. What is the message from your guides, guys? Okay, what I've been told is to do a pile within a pile. So that's what we're gonna do, because I feel like only one message won't apply to all of you. So the same way, choose from number 1, 2, or 3. I'm gonna put these cards on a table in a minute. For group number 1, or you can listen to all of them if you want to. For group number 1, what is the message? For group number 2, what is the message? For group number 2, what is the message? That one. Right? All right, all right. Okay, for group number 3, what is the message? I already see the card that wanted to show itself, okay? We'll take this one. So we can take a moment here and tune in, see which card draws your attention the most. And we're starting with group number 1. So a message from your guide. It does seem like, okay, if you're about to leave a situation, or if you're looking for new opportunities, you leave in the old, whatever the old would be, familiar, you need to know that you are protected in this journey of yours. So when making a decision, you will be guided, you will be protected. So don't be afraid to step into something new or to leave the old behind. Okay, this guy has those 8 cups. He's like, I know of that, I have this already. Let me look what's in the sky. Let me look for that wish, something new. And your guide is like, yep, just behind you. I'm just behind you. So that is the message for group number 1. Now let's look at group number 2. Your guides want to say to you that if you're afraid of competition, or if you're afraid to take care of yourself first because you don't want to disappoint other people, it's saying it's okay to stand your ground, but do not get involved in discussions that have no, I'm hearing where 2 people have no common ground. Something along those lines. Something about, useless discussions where 2 people just can't find compromise and they're just gonna be stubborn. It's saying there is no need for you to get into, even I'm hearing to be confrontational. If you feel like your intuition is like, oh, it's gonna be more drama, than actually resolving anything. So almost like if you feel angry right now, or if you feel mad, it's not about letting yourself being stepped onto, but it's about knowing when kind of choose your battles. This is saying, is that really necessary if you do have a situation like that? Or this can be something that you will keep in mind and you might use the next 7 to 10 days from now. Okay, so group 3. Whoa, okay, yeah, of course, we have Judgment. It seems like your guides are trying to pass messages to you through sounds. So it can be music even, or it can be even words in lyrics from music. Listen to the sounds. You might hear whispers, or if you're dreaming about something, there might be a specific situation for some of you where someone in a dream will come to you and they'll voice whatever it is that you might need to hear about. But it's all about voices, it's all about music, it's all about sound. It's saying listen to it. You're going through awakening, maybe one more. It's saying if you're feeling that some things don't make sense, just be patient with yourself. You don't have to make sense of everything right now, just yet. It's going to be much clearer in the future for you. Okay? So that's what I have for pile number 1, tribe. Thank you for coming back. Pardon my voice. I'm a little bit tired this week. There's been a lot going on, but I'll catch you in the next one with more power. Bye. Hello, group number 2. So let's see what we have for you guys. I'm gonna be using, I'll read it in a minute. I'll be using the Tarot of the Angels. Pardon my voice because this week has been intense. I've not only been working on my stuff, but I've also been helping 3 people out at once. You know, when it happens when someone needs you and then you see like a collective pattern, right? Someone is starting something new in their life and then another person is like a chain reaction. And I do have a bit of creative knowledge, and that's what was needed there. So I love getting my hands on projects like that, especially when it comes to people that I care for. Okay, I've been told to swap the decks. Pardon, we're just gonna do it. We're gonna swap the decks, and I'm gonna do the same, I think, as I did for pile number 1, unless I'll be told otherwise. So what can group number 2 expect the next 7 to 10 days from whenever you're watching this video? First card we have is starting strong, pile 2. 10 of Cups. Then, wow. Wow, okay, this is Judgment, I believe, in this card. Wow, okay, in this deck, sorry. The Ace of Wands, the 6 of Swords. There, I don't remember what card this is, but I usually tune into the imagery. In this deck, I add the meanings too, but specifically this card, for me, it speaks wonders. And I never really wanted to, you can't see what I'm talking about, see? Tell me, whoever knows, because I could just Google it now, but I don't really need that for this deck though. Okay, one more. Every time I see this card, for me, it's being, you know, left out, feeling uncomfortable. And a message that I have here for you: do not be afraid to seek for help or to accept help. Okay, 2 cards wanted to come up. We'll take both. 8 of Pence and 5 of Swords reversed. I feel like reversed though. Bottom of the deck, we do have the Knight of Wands. So let me tune in. What is going on, pile number 2? All right, I see. So, do not pressure yourself too much. Okay, in the next 7 to 10 days from now, you guys will be going through this phase of, and I know you're like, okay, another one, you know. There is a bit of energy shift, but this is very personal for you. So you might be going for another awakening. I'm hearing there is a reform of some sorts happening. So you are going through an energetic shift, but it's gonna feel big. And it's gonna take you to new heights, guys. So energetically, you might be feeling a little bit like here, you know, I'm on my own, or I'm not understood, or I can't speak to anyone about this because maybe some people won't understand. And I know some people are lonely in these spiritual journeys, especially if you do have people around you who do not understand, or who do not want to understand even, right? I'm just gonna talk about this a little bit. Maybe some of you need to hear this. I had someone text me, I'm so sorry I haven't gotten back to you, because I do have a lot of messages coming through, and to stay sane, I just don't answer some of them, but I try to mention it in my readings. It's one of those situations where someone texted me saying, you know, hey, what would you do if your family didn't support or didn't understand tarot? They said that was, evil or whatever. I am that type of person who I never take it personally, you see. But first off, I'd say I observe the situation. You know your surroundings, you know your parents, you know your friends, right? You know those people. And not everyone is going to be open to things like that. And it's okay, because it's not, I usually say it's for people to discover themselves usually, right? It happens very naturally. Some people never, even get to know spirituality or how these things work, and it's okay. It's just not in their path at maybe that lifetime, or they're gonna do it the next lifetime, or maybe they're on a completely different journey. You never know. So I'd say personally, my dad, for example, he thinks that this is a complete nonsense. Do you think I'm trying to prove it to him? Nope. This is just something that I'm not getting involved in. We get along really well, and I'm not taking it personally, because it's just, see, there is a problem with people who want to be accepted. And the moment that you feel like you need that acceptance, is that's when you give away your power. If you know that you are where you're going, and if you're assertive of your path, or if you hold something precious to yourself, usually you'll notice how you're going to have more spiritual connections, or you won't feel that need to be accepted. And ask yourself why. Why is there a need to be accepted? And you're going to answer a lot of questions for yourself. There's going to be a lot of I'm hearing golden knowledge for some of you. I don't know why. Maybe because there is a lot of golden colors here. Why this is it coming from childhood, that you needed acceptance and you didn't get it, or some kind of encouragement, right? So just dig into it a bit more. Maybe this is something that you'll be doing the next 7 to 10 days from now. It's coming to you, right? Overall, pile number 2, I must say, the next 7 to 10 days from now, there is like a bit of both energies. One is very light and very beautiful, and there's a lot of happiness, especially if you do have children. I think you're going to spend an amazing time, or you'll be very proud of your child or children. For those who don't, let's talk about the story. There's, look, 10 of Cups in this deck over here is the happy card. This is a home card. Everyone is feeling secure, safe, warm, happy, fulfilled, right? That's how your next week's feeling. Now take a look at the 6 of Swords over here. There is the woman with a child again. So it seems like for some of you, what you need to know is that it's gonna be okay, whatever it is that you might be dealing with regarding your children. Okay? Now, for other people, it seems like you are onto a new energetic journey, and that somehow I think you're gonna even discover, or you have discovered, an additional talent or ability of yours, and you're gonna be feeling quite passionate to pursue it and to work on it. See how nicely these two are sitting over here. But throughout dealing with these things and having inspiration and feeling good, you're going to be going through, and I want to say subconsciously, energetically, you're going to be going through this massive shift. So even if things will be very light, and everything is going to be fine the next week, if you won't know why you have this feeling of like something is going on, just know that behind the scenes, things are being woven for you, but you just don't see it with your eyes just yet. So you're going for a massive energetic shift. Now, the idea that you'll have, or a new opportunity or beginning, it seems like you will be very happy to take it on board, and you will want to consistently work on it. Any kind of arguments or fights even, it's coming to an end with the 5 of Swords in reverse. It feels like maybe some of you have been battling even in court, or you had that type of dealings, formalities, and you are like, oh, I want this to be over and done with. And it seems like you're gonna be pretty happy with the outcome here, though, because you're pretty calm and you're pretty happy here with the 10 of Cups, as well as the 8 of Pentacles. There is this moment of peace. A very peaceful week, but behind the scenes, energetically, things are happening for you, and you're like, listen, I don't know why I'm not, why there is something else, but I can't get a grasp of it. Just keep that in mind. If you'll feel like you have any creative ideas, I'd say that would be a good time the next 7 to 10 days from now to express yourself creatively, to maybe speak up, to somehow get involved in any creative project, really. It's about a journey of some sorts. Maybe some of you are planning your future. You're planning what type of journey you'll be taking. It can be actual physical journey, and you're like, listen, I'm slowly, one step at a time, kind of planning my trip, or relocation even for some of you. There's a lot of blue in pile 2, and my voice starts cracking. I don't know if you can hear it. I had to drink some water before. So speak up, pile number 2, the next week. Speak up. What is it that you need? What is it that you're missing? Do you need help? Voice it. Voice it. I don't know why I want to speak about certain things that I've been going through for pile number 2. Maybe you are my regulars, I don't know, but it seems your energy feels very familiar to me. It's a bit like when I moved to this place where I'm at now. I'm so used to doing everything on my own because I just love it. I like to get to know things, how to do this, how to do that, right? Instead of asking for help, I will test it out myself and see where I stand. And my friend came over and she was like, oh, so the only thing is left for you pretty much is to build this shoebox, to kind of put it together. I'm like, yeah, I started doing it, but the only thing that I need is electric drill. And I was like, I just left it for now because I have other things to do and we'll see. And she's like, so I'm gonna call my husband, he's gonna come over from work and do it for him. I'm like, nah, it's fine, honestly, let's just hang today. She's like, no, we're gonna hang after we do this. And I'm like, why is this shoebox honestly like annoying you? She's like, because I want you to have everything set and I want you to focus on your work. And I'm like, okay, let's do it. I mean, I don't mind. So he came over literally after work. He put everything together and he had to go back to work to return the tools. And I'm like, oh my God, thanks so much. He's like, come on, you're doing so much for us, because I was helping her with a project too before. And I was like, yeah, this was a time of that sometimes people think, people who are in this field or people who are naturally very empathetic, that they don't do as much to other people, right? They don't do enough for them. But there are moments of clarity when someone says, listen, you've done so much more, where you forget because you're so used to it, right? And it's part of your work to somehow make people feel better or care for friends and family. And I'm very glad to have very caring friends and family. It's just an equal exchange. So maybe for some of you, what you need to do is to accept. If you'll be going through even energetic shift, if you need to talk to someone, right, about what's on your mind, call people. Call the person that is closest to your heart. It seems like you guys maybe, but it's to do with your maybe emotions here. You tend to bottle things up inside of you and maybe you don't let it out. And this is saying, let it out. Pile number 2. But I also see a situation where you're going to be pretty happy about some kind of achievement the next week. I keep hearing the battle is over. Or some kind of work that you are putting in, an extensive amount of work in something, and you are waiting for an outcome or to see a result. And you're going to be talking to others about it. You know what? You know that story? Do you remember that story? So that's how it's ending, and that's what happened. I can't speak. See? Pile 2, I can't speak. Happens to me often though, so nothing personal. But it's like I'm over the moon about this. So yeah, and literally when I looked here, it's like a moon in a mist, but in a very warm day. It's weird. That setup is very weird. The colors are weird on that card. It makes me feel very cared for, excited, and that this new beginning is safe. Almost. That's how it feels like. This new beginning feels like home. It feels safe. That's where I belong kind of energy. And I feel like some of you are getting emotional right now. I don't know why. But it feels like it. Let's read your message for a week. It says, enjoy the journey. Stay present and flexible. Many changes are going on for you and around you. And I think that's what it's relating to. These changes are not only good but necessary. Bring your awareness into the now rather than focusing on the past or the future. So that's a nice message. I think we're going to do the same like for pile number 1. Think of number 1, 2, or 3. I'll pull a message from your guides. We're doing a pile within a pile, okay? So, group number 1, what is the message from your guides? You can watch all of them if you'd like to. A message for group number 1. A message for group number 2. Okay. A message for group number 3. What do your guides want to tell you? Okay, so stop the video here if you need some more time. And let's go. For group number 1, I felt this Emperor reverse though. It seems like you are not, okay. This is either a message or this is either an advice. I'm not sure which it is for you guys, but it seems like some of you may have had or still have a person around you who is somehow overly controlling, or maybe sometimes tends to be very authoritative. And it seems like your guides want to say, do not let your power to be taken away. Now, for some other people, what I'm seeing here, what you need to know, if you are thriving to be in this Emperor energy yourself, if you need more structure in your life, and if you want to have all those traits of an Emperor, it's saying it's around the corner. It's almost like, you know, you're going to reverse it very soon here, but it's not the time just yet, and there's a reason for it. Okay, something is happening, something has to happen before you can sit on that throne. It seems like an experience of some sorts is needed, or I'm hearing an event for some of you. All right, pile number 2, group number 2, we've got the Knight of Pentacles. So for a lot of you probably will know already what this is talking about. It's saying, do not rush. Take one step at a time, do not rush, be present. And you have a message here about being present. What you also need to know is that your guides are protecting you on this journey. So it's not that you are too slow when it comes to your journey. It's the right pace for yourself. Okay? So keep that in mind. Group number 3. Oh, this is nice. Okay, this is an interesting message. It does seem like there might be an anniversary of maybe even someone who has passed, and there's almost like the message from the past loved one saying, I could see you either talking about me or cheering, or somehow talking about my life or remembering me, whatever it is that's to do with them, and it's like a thank you. Now, for others of you, your guides want you to know that there is going to be some kind of achievement or celebration that is coming up for you. But overall, it feels like your guides are very proud of how far you've come. It's like they want you to take time and celebrate yourself, first of all. So tribe, thank you for coming back. Love you as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now. Hello tribe, whoever has picked pile number 3, we're gonna see what's your message in a minute. We're gonna start with the Triple Goddess Tarot, and if you skip the intro, pardon my voice. I have had a very busy week as well as weekend, and I've been doing quite a lot, and every time I feel either tired or I've done a lot, or I'm not feeling well, even if it's not cold, it reflects on my throat chakra. My work tool. Okay, and it's getting quite late here too. By the way, thank you guys, whoever whoever even thinks about donating to my channel as a thank you, I cannot tell you enough how much I appreciate even thinking about taking your time and donating your hardly earned money. Okay, pile number 3. What is going on? What is going on the next 7 to 10 days from now? It does seem like you'll be busy too, pile number 3. Yep, you're juggling 2 things here. I'm picking that up not only in 2 of Pentacles, but take a look at the Wheel of Fortune. See how nicely it sits together? All right, what is up? Pile number 3. Bottom of a deck, Death reversed. So you went through transition here already, it feels like, pile number 3. Let's start with your message. It says, empower yourself. Tune into your personal power. You are more than able to handle the situation facing you. Allow yourself to be the strong, beautiful person you are capable of being. So this whole read feels very empowering though. It seems like whatever it is that you left behind, it seems like you're going through this massive transformation now. Look at this. Who you used to be, see, who you used to be, no more. I'm dropping the mask. Almost like there is a rebirth happening of who you are as a person, how you show yourself to public even. Because I feel like some of you are seen by many people, or you are followed on social media. You're bringing out your 100% selves, which I really like seeing here. Overall, there is, it's pretty strong here because we start with the Wheel of Fortune. It's saying your fortune is changing. So if you are looking for a change, watch out for the next 7 to 10 days from now. I think that would be a really good, whenever you're watching this, by the way, it would be a really good time for you if you wanted to take some kind of opportunity or to do something you've been contemplating. Should I not? It's asking you to take action the next week, and I think that's something that you'll be doing. You are storming off somewhere, you are onto something. It seems like that horse can't even keep up with you. Like, okay, now I know how I'm gonna do this, I know what I'm gonna say. Maybe for a particular person, I know what I'm gonna say. Overall, busy week, but a really good week. I see you noting things down, journal. If you are learning something, write it down. Those notes will be quite important for you in the future. You will learn from whatever it is that you will have written down. I don't know why. Some of you are probably going to either learn something new, or there is some kind of a session or a seminar happening. Now, you might even get 2 offers the next week, or you'll have to choose from 2. You're like, what do I do? And it seems like you're gonna decide to choose a path that brings you a lot of passion. You're not feeling bored, you feel much more energized, but also you'll know that that path will require patience, and you will need to be, it's not about you seeing and reaping those fruits of labor overnight. You're gonna be like, okay, I'm choosing a steadier path. I'm gonna have to have a bit more patience. It's interesting because this Queen of Wands is sitting very peacefully, where you probably wouldn't, if you were about to describe the Queen of Wands, you probably wouldn't imagine her like that, right? But she's very peaceful. She's like, I know what it is that I want. I'm just taking time to prepare, to make a plan. For some of you, there is a message, make a plan. Right now is your planning stage. It's almost like you take action to get somewhere, right? Or to take on something. And then there is that moment of, okay, I'm here now, so let me make a better plan, or let me come up with a better structure. Something that used to work for me before, it seems like you've outgrown it already. I'm hearing I've outgrown a circumstance, a person, a job, and kind of taken a look at my life from a different perspective now. What I thought was right for me at that time is not right for me anymore now. You know what I mean? This is very weird the way I'm explaining things. I hope you get me, pile number 3. So, let me change that position. I'd say one more message. You are being encouraged to either decorate your altar if you have one, or create one. A little place in your house that feels very peaceful, where I'm almost like seeing a vision of someone who would have a little altar with some candles, and there's a picture of someone or something that they treasure very much. It's a bit of it's a corner of gratitude I'm even hearing for some of you. So that could be something that you could do. It seems like you guys need to remind yourself a little bit more about the little things. You know what I mean? About what it is that makes you stop and smell the roses sometimes. I don't know, this is so weird, 𝒃𝒐𝒉, the things that come into me here. You know, a bit like Jennifer's song, I'm Still Jenny from a Block. So that type of situation, you know, where I know where I've come from and I will honor it. So every time I pass that corner of gratitude in my house, I will smile a little bit, because it reminds me of where I was before and where I am now, or something that matters to me very much. So I wouldn't be surprised if you guys were out of nowhere drawn to, you know, creating even like a little album of your memories, or starting some kind of project that allows you to feel much more peaceful. The next 7 to 10 days from now, you're going to express yourself very clearly, and you might even surprise yourself, because things that will come out of your mouth, almost like your higher self will be talking, and you will just register it after it was said. It's not going to be anything, I'm not feeling it's going to be something that will offend other person, but it's going to be very assertive. You will show where you stand and what kind of power you hold. Who has power over you and who doesn't. You know what this reminded me of? Give me a moment. It reminded me of, I don't know if any of you, I'm pretty sure some of you are familiar with her, 𝒃𝒐𝒒𝒄. You can find her videos on Lisa's channel, which is called Woman of Impact. And 𝒃𝒐𝒒𝒄 was I'm not sure if she still is though, she might be still, a secret agent. She looked after Obama and all the other, big people. But she was describing a situation where someone disrespected her in front of many people, and she didn't choose to respond to them in front of many other people. She took that person to the side privately, and she said, the way she spoke, almost like she is very nice, she's very assertive, she's very calm, and she's doing this person a favor that she's choosing to confront this person or to tell them, right? confront was the wrong word, to tell them what it is that she thinks of that situation in private, because otherwise it would be a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for? Let's say embarrassing for this other individual. So, you know, this pile reminds me of people who are becoming those types of people who don't need to say that I'm a boss. You show through your actions that you're the boss in a situation, right? Your actions speak for itself. So I think you are choosing a much calmer approach, but a very assertive one. You're very strategic the next 7 to 10 days from now. What am I going to say? How I'm going to say it? What do I want to achieve in my life? And how can I achieve this? So you do have this mindset, and you do have this way of thinking that is very practical, that is very, I'd say, even maybe masculine for some of you. You see a goal, you take a moment, you don't rush into just saying whatever. You calm yourself down, maybe before even responding to people, or that is your advice for the next week. And once you're super calm, like Ivy, for example, she wouldn't respond to a message that would trigger her for even a week if she needed to. You know, she'd come back to it a week later in order to be as rational as she can and to be as calm as she can, and not to come from a place of chaos, you know, and emotions. So you guys have this energy, and I think maybe some of you will really be interested in what it is that she has to say, and there are many videos with her. I would truly take a look. And the video that is suggested right now, right after this one that I have open right now and I haven't finished, that I feel like too you'd be interested in, how to influence anyone. How to influence anyone. And the way she speaks about it, because she used to interrogate people, is just, I don't know, it's just brilliant. So I don't know what you're dealing with, guys, or why you need that, but it seems like you are becoming a person of power. And I think it's not about 7 to 10 days from now. It's about the next, I'd say, year from whenever you're watching this video. You're taking one step at a time, and you're like, listen, I'm getting there. I'm learning one step at a time. I'm weighing my options. And you're very focused on self, and that's what I like here. That is what I like. For pile number 3, I don't know why I'm not being drawn to pulling messages from your guides, because what I believe why this might be, because you right now, you need to ask questions. You are your own best guide right now. That's what I'm hearing. And you don't need, almost like you're not even in need of external messages right now, or this can be like advice for you. If you have a question, if straight away you want to seek for a reading, ask yourself, why am I doing that? Can I not find an answer myself? So maybe you're learning how to tune into your own intuition and feel what's right for you at that time. If you want a message from guide, you can click on any other pile that you feel drawn to and just skip towards the end, where I'll be pulling 3 cards from the Tarot of the Angels. And you can, because I'm not feeling drawn to doing that for you here, it's like you hold all the power. Empower yourself. Seek answers from within. almost like your guides are like, you don't need anything from us right now. You got it. You know what I mean? So that was quite an interesting reading, pile number 3, I must say. And tribe, thank you very much for coming back, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now. Hello tribe, whoever has chosen pile number 4, we're gonna look at your message in a minute. And if you skipped the intro, pardon my voice because I've been doing a lot. And the first thing that you can notice straight away, where to notice it on, is my voice. Been helping a couple of friends too with their projects, and it's just been an intense week, and it's pretty late here too. So let's see, we're using the Triple Goddess Tarot for you guys. The first card that we have is a 3 of Wands. Where you going? The 6 of Pentacles, as well as the Page of Cups. Okay, I want one card from the bottom of the deck. We have the Knight of Swords. We have the Ace of Cups, as well as the Empress. Okay, what is going on? Bottom of the deck is the 5 of Pentacles in reverse, and I feel like it. Okay, the one I hear, the one I see, you know. It seems like you've dealt with something already that wasn't maybe very exciting for you to deal with. For a lot of you, you are coming out of a money struggle here, which I really love seeing for you. 5 of Pentacles reversed, and you have the 6 of Pentacles here. I believe what you're doing is you're finding ways how to earn more money, or you're finding ways how to invest your money wisely, overall balancing your finances out. And I just love seeing that for you. It seems like you are getting something that you wished for maybe for a while, and you are like, listen, now is my time. Whew, I don't know why I feel tired in pile number 4, and I want to breathe a little bit more, you know, like, you know. So maybe some of you are doing breath work, or that would be something to explore, I must say. I'd say the next week where you might find yourself is having some kind of a routine, maybe 5-10 minutes even for yourself in between work or your busy schedule. Even if it's not busy schedule, it can be a busy mind, right? Where you just take for yourself that time to meditate or just to be present. That'd be great for you guys, because it seems like the more grounded you are here, especially pile number 4, the easier the ideas flow. You have been wondering about some kind of change for a while now, and it can be about moving, or it can be just maybe a mental journey. And I think you're gonna start seeing more movement and changes the next 7 to 10 days from now. Would it be planning stages? Would it be an actual move, or some kind of travel plan if you do have one? And obviously if you're in a place where you can travel. Now, yeah, I keep seeing documents in my mind here. Maybe you're dealing with formalities too that you had to deal with for a while, and you're like, listen, let me just get rid of this and let's just kind of forget about it. Maybe you're those types of people, a bit like me, who just don't like formalities. But I mean, who does, right? Who does like formalities? And unless this is the job that you love, and it includes filing, I'm hearing. Now for you, there is some kind of discovery happening the next 7 to 10 days from now. Keep your eyes open for new possibilities, maybe even a new connection that is gonna make you feel very I wanted to say alive. Even if you do not want to have children, I'd say be a bit careful the next 7 to 10 days from now. Looking at the Ace of Cups, as well as the Empress over here. If you are pregnant already, congratulations. This is very cute. I think you feel the energy very wait, I'm getting messages. It seems like the next 7 to 10 days from now, if you are pregnant, you're going to start feeling your child's energy a bit more than before, or there's going to be more movement, or something will happen where you're like, whoa, you know, look at this. Now, for some others, your child might start walking or even talking. If you're waiting for an improvement, or if you're waiting for that time, you know, when they're gonna start doing it, I think the next week could be it. Now, back to general. It seems like you are ready for a change, and you're like, I'm ready. I have my armor on. I'm ready. I've been through a lot, and it's like you are about to embark on a new journey here. Be curious. If you're looking for opportunities, if you're looking for new beginnings, be curious the next week. You're gonna have to explore maybe options that you haven't thought of before. Open your mind to opportunities. Do not only think of what you used to think of. Kind of, you know, be open to change, be open to something you haven't explored just yet. Okay? For some of you, I'm seeing this Knight of Swords as a person coming into your life, and they're ready to propose something to you or to offer something to you. I'd say this person might be a little bit emotionally not ready, or they might be just very closed off emotionally. So maybe they are that type of person. So that's something to keep in mind. But I think you know about that, or you'll feel it intuitively already. Overall, you feel very abundant the next 7 to 10 days from now. You're happy where you're at in life. You're happy to see the progress. You're happy how your wallet feels like to you. And I'd say you might be even given some kind of a gift. Or if you're abundant already and you're like, listen, I'm so grateful, you might be given a gift to someone else, and it's going to be a very nice gesture, because for that person, it will mean a lot. It doesn't have to be only monetary. It can be just a very, you know, nice act, I'm hearing, for some of you. Your messages are very straightforward, pile number 4. Your reading will not be as long, because this is just like dun dun dun. Maybe you are that type of people, you know, you're very, very literal, and you're like, okay, just tell me what I need to hear, done, you know, over. Over. We have a message for you. Change direction with ease. This is a time for change, shape-shifting, or your soul's evolution. It is a time to reconsider what you are wanting. You may be in for a surprise. Here you go. Be curious. So everything literally that I talked about is described in this card, as well as the 3 of Wands over here. Change direction with ease. If you feel like you'll have an opportunity to change things up, I do believe this will be quite beneficial for you. You might get some kind of an offer, and you're like, listen, I want to take this offer. For some of you, it might be something that you already know of, or you've been in it before. Don't know why I'm hearing that. Now, next week, you may pay attention a little bit more to your belly, because my belly started aching. Or as simple as your period is starting the next week. Okay. So kind of like heads up. By the way, as if you don't know, right? For example, I don't know, like some people don't track it. I'm that person. I just know by my body, you know. But maybe even digestive system. You might want to eat foods or change your diet that suits your gut a little bit more. You might be drawn to cleansing, because I'm looking at the Ace of Cups as I'm speaking about it. Some kind of cleansing. It's interesting, right before that, before recording, there was an advert that came up on my laptop, and it was about gut. And it was about detox. So maybe some of you will be looking into it. Maybe some of you are looking into oxy powder. Don't know why. That's something that I've done ages ago, and I should do it again. I keep forgetting to order it, but do your research. This is not for everyone. I don't want you to buy something that is not good for you. The way it works, it kind of attaches to, how should I explain it for you? It basically gets rid of anything that is stuck, you know, and we need to get rid of. So it flushes everything away, but then with it you have to replenish the good bacteria. Okay, so just do your research. Do your research. I'm not a doctor. I'm not good at explaining things like that. I just know what feels right to me, and I always listen to my body when it comes to things like that, as well as, you know, research on top of it. But it does seem like for some of you, even, you know, having a lighter diet, maybe you were eating heavy foods for a while now, that would be very beneficial, especially if you are experiencing bloating. Try changing things up, right? Maybe try eating just eating a little bit leaner and see how your body feels like. Drink plenty of water. Someone needs to drink water. I'll share to you pile number 4, okay? Maybe it can be as simple as track your water intake. Let's see. So what we're going to do now, pile number 4, we're going to pull a message from your guides. So we're going to do a pile within a pile, okay? I'll be using the Tarot of Angels. We're going to have 3 options. You can either listen to all of them or pick one that speaks to you the most. For group number 1, we have this card. Group number 2. And group number 3. Okay? So stop the video here if you need some more time to think things through, to meditate. And let's go. Group 1, message from your guides. Okay, wow. So this has to do for you guys with balance, but also it's saying either you are becoming a really good teacher or mentor for someone out there, or you are finding one, or there is some kind of commitment coming your way. Contracts might be signed, maybe marriages, anything to do with that long term. It's saying pay attention to that, almost like they are helping you when it comes to taking maybe even some kind of a course or anything like that, you know, anything that needs signature, or almost I'm hearing putting a stamp on something, or learning overall. Keep your eyes open. It's for a lot of you, it's to do with some kind of mentorship or sessions or classes here. Almost like they're guiding you when it comes to that, your guides, okay? So group number 2. Oh, look at these piles. It seems here that you will be making some kind of decision, and your guides are protecting you. But what you need to know here, know when to use a sword and know when to use scales. The way I interpret this, when do I speak up? When do I show where I stand? And when do I weigh my options before saying something? I don't know why this is coming through that way, but that's what I'm seeing. Anything to do with formalities, make sure that everything is filled in correctly, as an advice here. Take a look at a small font. Some of you might be going through some kind of maybe even legal matters over here, and this guide of yours is looking after you here. So whatever the case, it's saying it's gonna turn out the best for you. And sometimes people think, even if they lost, let's say, a case or whatever that would be, they think that, oh, this is actually the worst, or it's happened to me, not for me. Everything, it's a reminder for you. Everything that happens, it happens for you. You might just understand it a little bit later, okay? So, group number 3, we have the 4 of Wands. You might be, if you feel like you're being drawn to a change when it comes to domestic environment here, it's possible for you. That's what you need to know. Another thing, there's gonna be people celebrating your existence, even I'm hearing, okay? There's a lot of people who probably have put you on a pedestal, and that's something that you don't realize. So give yourself a bigger pat on the back. Some type of celebration might be coming up for you too, and it seems like almost like your guides sometimes are helping you to achieve things that you want to celebrate. So you might find their presence a little bit, I want to say closer. They are closer to you just before the time when something good is about to happen. So kind of keep your ears open, keep your eyes open. Is that visions? Is that dreams? Is that, you know, we just feel their presence saying we communicate with you. Just hear us in a way. Hear us. So I hope this made sense, tribe. Love you as always. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.